This is Dennis John Seatsma Productions, Homestead, Florida, USA, south of Miami, north of Key Largo, southeast Florida. This video log's about my 94 Astro van problems. I'm going to put this up in short segments and edit it into a production later. So my fans on my YouTube channel, please stick with me. Come out in drips and drabs. But anyway, I was driving this around town the other day after getting the hydro boost leak problem sorted with the power steering by replacing the lip seal 3 times before I got the right one. And I noticed hydrostatic lock when I stopped at a Burger King, and I turned the engine on and off a few times while I was waiting in line, and when it went to start it was like hydrostatic lock. Well, I've had the engine seeking problem for a long time now, and I've changed a whole bunch of engine sensors. People say, did you change the EGR? Yeah. Did you change the IAC? Yeah. Did you change the map sensor? Yeah. Did you change the O2 sensor? Yeah. You know, throw the dart at the dartboard. I've done all that, okay? Still seeking. Engine vacuum is in the middle of the normal range, but it fluctuates with the engine seeking. So, but the other day what concerned me most is it seemed like it had hydrostatic lock. Made a hell of a noise when I went to start it. So I figured, okay, what's happening is I got coolant pressure, and then when I turn the engine off, the coolant's leaking into the cylinders. When I go to restart, it's fighting it. And I don't want any bent rods or rod knock, so I got to get this sorted. And you know, I love diagnostics. I'm always harping on people on doing diagnostics before tearing into the engine like everybody does. Take it all apart. You don't have time to put it back together. But anyway, if I had a coolant system pressure tester, that would be my next thing. But I don't have one. And I don't have time to order it online and get it or run out and buy it. So I've got the option of either taking it to a general mechanic and having him do it, which I can't do because the ignition switch failed. It's a VIN-W. I haven't got the new ignition switch yet. So can't do that. Can't drive it to town. Could buy one at Harbor Freight, and that's what I ought to do. But I don't have a lot of time to mess with this, so I'm just gonna bite the bullet and change out the VIN-W, which is central motor. I'm going to change the upper plenum gasket, which I have a Velcro here from Rock Auto, and also the intake gaskets from Rock Auto. And yeah, that's a lot of work, but I doubt I have a problem with cracked heads or head gaskets because I did compression checks and I didn't see any problems. I have a leak down tester. I haven't done that yet. So no, I haven't done all the diagnostics, but what I'm going to do next is I'm going to drain the oil out of it and put it in a glass tray and look for any water in the oil. If there's just a slight bit of coolant in the engine oil, it won't turn it milky. It'll just stay separated, and I believe. And when I need to drain the oil anyway if I'm going to change these gaskets. And I've been brooding about this for a day or two now, whether I really want to launch into this or not. But I've been avoiding it and procrastinating, and as you see, I got a new wiper motor on here. I had some guy the other day, oh, the board's bad, this is bad. I'm like, dude, change the whole unit. I changed the board on this a couple of times until finally the gear wore out, so went to Napa and got another unit. And so I got a new wiper unit on it. I think I've got the power steering fluid leak sorted. I got the brakes sorted except for the ABS, and I'll work on that later. I got it unplugged for right now electrically because I don't want to expose that electric motor in the ABS to any stress. Sometimes the control boards fail in such a way that it burns out the motor. So the next thing will be to drain the oil and look for water in the oil as a diagnostic. And if I had any brains, I'd run to town and get a coolant pressure tester and do that next before I tear into it. But I figure it's going to fail anyway because it's a factory gaskets and they're notorious for failing. So I figure I need to do it anyway, probably. And not now, it'll be in the near future, so I might as well do it now. Problem is I don't have time. Every time I start working on this thing, I run out of time and I have to leave for other priorities. So that's my biggest problem, is finding time to work on it. I may not be able to work on this again until February of next year. So anyway, my fans, hope you're enjoying the video series. Thanks for watching. I will try to find time to take these segments and put them into a longer production later, but for right now you're going to get it in 3-minute segments. Thanks for watching.